So Victor Wembanyama started his NBA career last night. Some people were like, what's up with the numbers? A little too low, but most of them don't realize that he sat on the bench for a long time. He only played 23 minutes. So what does that mean for you and your fantasy basketball team? We believe every NBA fan that plays fantasy football should also play fantasy basketball. So I watched the game this morning. I did not get to watch it live because I needed to put my daughter to bed. And when I put her to bed, I fell asleep, woke up like, oh my God. So I got up at 5 a.m., watched the replay, and here's what I got for you. So I'll just run down the stat line. Victor put up 15, 5, and 2, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He shot 67% from the field. That is something we want to pay attention to as fantasy basketball managers. Additionally, I got to watch some of the news about him, on ESPN. Tim Legler, in particular, pointed out that Victor was the third and fourth option on a lot of the plays for the San Antonio Spurs. So for me, I was really excited to see Keldon Johnson. Devin Vassell had a really good game. And the fact that Victor got into foul trouble early on, kind of shows you that the team still has a lot of potential. In the end, they did lose 126 to 119 to the Dallas Mavericks. Luka went off, but that's another video. At the end of the day, here's what I got for you. People might panic. They might say, you know what? Victor is not that guy that I thought he was. They probably didn't see the game. A lot of fantasy managers don't even watch the basketball these days. They just look at the stats. So when they see that, hey, he only scored this amount of points, he didn't have the type of production where I drafted him. If somebody drafted him in the second round, the bottom of the first, some people even did it, but most times in the third round. But he constantly moved up draft boards as we approach the season, especially with the preseason hype, right? People were so hyped about him. So I went on record saying in our last weekly video for the week 1 video that he would be a good person to sell high on, right? You could sell high on him because people were hyped about it, really excited. This might be an opportunity for the managers who have Victor to sit tight and don't take any offers because you really haven't seen what he can do. One more thing that I'll point out, one of my guests on the show, Adam King from Fantasy Basketball International, shout out to the whole team. He actually said in an interview that I had with him that the real preseason, and this is a nugget, write this one down, put it on a post-it note, put it on your computer. The real NBA preseason for fantasy is week 1 and week 2 of the season. So we're going to drop an episode really soon where we talk about early season do's and don'ts. The biggest thing is for my Victor Wembanyama managers in fantasy, do not panic. This is just, the first game of his career. It's not a big deal. However, on the other side of that coin, if you are a fantasy manager who wants Victor on your team, this will be a great time to send some offers. This would be a great time. You could be like, look at what Tim Legler said. Look, pull up the video, send him the Tim Legler interview on ESPN. Yo, your man he's going to be the third or fourth option. This is Keldon Johnson's team. This is Devin Vassell's team. He's just going to be a rim protector. He's not going to put up the kind of stats that you expected. And you could probably take advantage of a manager. So that's one of the things we talk about in that video. We talk about how you can possibly capitalize on the panic that sets in the first week or two with your league mates. So people are going to be talking about Victor today. This could be a great opportunity for you to just kind of send some offers, or even, like I said, start that conversation around here's what the pros are saying. Here's what the analysts are saying on ESPN. This is what they're saying about Wemby. One other thing that I'll point out, I saw an image on X or Twitter that said Wemby and Tim Duncan had the same exact stats on their first game ever. The same points as well as the same field goal percentage, which is wild to me. The whole thing with like Tony Parker being from France, the Tim Duncan comparisons, and like them getting the first pick and getting Victor, man, it smells and reeks of conspiracy theory. And I'm not that guy for that, but come on, man. That's wild, yo. So any way you look at it, if you are a Victor Wembanyama fantasy basketball manager, hold. And if you want Victor on your team, take the top off. Convertible. The boobies is out. Hair blowing in the wind. Send an offer today. See if you can bring them back for low. You know what I'm saying? For low. Now that you know what to do with Victor Wembanyama, check out the episode that we have about 50 tips to dominate your fantasy basketball league.